So, Lana, could you tell us what's going to be in the pipeline for you in the next few years?
Yeah, so I kind of just pivoted on my next book. And it's also a spy novel, a female protagonist, but
Mhm.
it's now set against the Israel-Gaza conflict. So
Oh,
yeah, and I don't know. I mean, I know it's an explosive issue, and people feel really passionately about it. And um, I have mixed feelings about writing about it, but ultimately, I feel like it's such an important, nuanced, complex conflict that some people should be writing about it. People should be exploring it. So yeah, that's what I'm working on.
oh, that's fantastic. No, and I think it's important to be able to do that because a lot of times, especially with something as fresh like this, people have their opinions and they don't care about getting facts. They just say, I'm dug in. This is what I said. This is what I believe. I don't care about anything else. But through fiction and through a novel, you can definitely get into some of the details that you don't necessarily get from the news.
Yeah, and I feel like as writers, it's kind of our job, our responsibility to really explore the hard issues. So
Right. And not being afraid to fail, too, because when we get it right, a lot of people benefit.
true.
So anyway, yeah, I mean, I remember we spoke way back in the spring, and I was honored. I was really lucky and happy to have you on because I knew that this was going to be a hit. I knew Peacock and the Sparrow was going to just
Oh,
take
thank
off,
you.
and I was so honored to be one of the first to interview you, and I am even happier that I was actually right. If you read the kind of press you've gotten over the last few months, it's phenomenal. The Peacock and the Sparrow was named New Yorker Best Book of the Year and NPR's Best Book of the Year in 2023. And that's your first shot out of the gate. How does it feel to be able to say that? My first novel is such a winner.
Oh, thank you. And thank you for having me on your show, by the way. You were one of the first, and it was an honor for me.
It was
So,
great to have you.
oh, thank you. I mean, I'm a new author. I had no idea what to expect. I mean, just even getting published by a major publisher was the reward for me, and
Right.
or published of any kind. I mean, I was prepared to self-publish. Who cares? I just wanted to get my story out there, and so this has all been just bonus, and I'm so humbled by it. I'm so honored. I mean, I never expected that kind of reaction, and I'm totally honored by it.
It's great. Now that you're writing your second novel, do you feel like you have a level that you have to aspire to, or are you just going to tell it your way like you did the first time around?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, I feel like I definitely took on board some of the feedback I've gotten, I think. And I mean, I'm a very kind of descriptive writer, for example. Some people like that, some people don't. Um,
Right.
and also the fact that, I wrote a male protagonist. Some people like that, some people don't. So those are
Right.
all things that I kind of took on board, kept in my mind. Either way, I was going to write a female protagonist for my next one, so that really wasn't based on feedback. Um, but then some of the other suggestions or feedback I got, I would kind of filter it out. I would try when I've been writing. I kind of realize my voice is what it is. You can only change your voice so much.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I definitely take suggestions. But at the end of the day, it's like you have to be true to yourself as an author. So.
Right. I think as long as you take it in and you say, I heard it, I understand what you're saying, I don't agree with it, and I'm going to do it this way, and you don't know anybody an explanation. But as long as you can explain it to yourself while you're doing it, that's what counts. You're not
Yeah.
just saying, oh, I'm not going to take any criticism. Who the hell are they? What do they know? But as long as you say, I heard it, I understand it, I'm doing this anyway for this reason, and you know it, that's all that counts.
Yeah. Yeah. Or you take what people say and kind of morph it into your own sort of.
I th-
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that happens anyway. I think
I
all
think
of
so
the,
too.
yeah, I think it does affect us, and it does bring us down it does boil down the character and the storyline to a different level, and I think that's good because writers don't write in a vacuum. At least good writers
Yeah,
don't. You need to live. You need to be out in the world in order to generate something relevant. So this is no different.
for sure.
Definitely.
But thank you for all your early support. That was just
Oh,
awesome.
I
Thank you.
I knew this was going to blow up, and you're
Oh,
more than welcome. And I'm so happy because lately publishing's been getting it right when it comes to the praise and the books that they're pushing. And I knew this one just absolutely fit. So it was, and I think you're going to have more to come too. I mean, it's, do you anticipate writing a series, or do you just want to do standalones? What do you think?
well, I definitely don't think my first, The Peacock and the Sparrow, is conducive to a series. I think that's a
Right.
standalone. My next one, maybe. We'll see. I'm just gonna have to feel it out.
Yeah, don't feel pressure to create a series. If it evolves, like my series naturally evolved. So I didn't say I'm going to write 4 books. This is the first time where I said I'm writing a trilogy, but only because I knew that the scope was so big, I'd
Right,
ruin it if
right.
I tried to push it into one book. But for you, just keep doing what you're doing your way, and the publishers will tell you what they're looking for probably
Yeah.
after the third book. See, but for now, you're still doing. You got a great start out of the gate. Just keep going with
Thank
it.
you. Thank you, Terrence.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.